What's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
Welcome to another episode of
For the Greater.
Whoa! Oh, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I tried.
So we got 2 videos out for you guys because we had to split it up into 2 because we talked too much, and this is probably not helping. We're gonna end up with 4 videos.
So Nadav Banks says, "Have you heard of Total War Warhammer? And if so, are you excited?"
I have heard about it. Have you?
I have.
I'm not gonna play it honestly because I don't. What system does it come in?
Isn't it like PC or something like that?
Is it PC? You know, it'd be really cool though. If we actually, because you're putting out the Naruto battles, we should do Warhammer.
Oh yeah.
The Total War once it comes out, or is it already out?
Well, keep your eyes open for that.
Yes, but yes, the teaser trailers are awesome. So Glenn Johnson says, "Space wolves fight for humans?" ? Yeah, all those wolfen sure help people a lot. Wolfen is kind of like they're not very common in Space Wolves army, but
they did fight for humanity in the first war for Armageddon, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and then when the Grey Knights were like, "Oh, all these humans know about us now. Let's kill them all," they were defending them.
They're like, "Nah, let's not."
So,
a little bit.
Yeah. Gnarls?
Yep. Coleman.
Sigh. Rule of advice. You need to gun it down or get a very good melee unit like the Wolfen and eat it alive. Besides, that is going to kill most stuff in melee. The Storm Surge is the second best Tau melee unit in the game, next to the Supremacy Suit.
No, but okay, so that's good advice. Shoot it down or whatever. But what the advice that the Sound Alchemist gave last time, I was thinking about it during the week, and that's actually really good advice because if you get a bunch of Hormagaunts or Termagants, and you keep respawning them with that Termagant,
yeah.
Like what you're doing is you're tying up a really expensive piece with really cheap pieces. So you have a squad of like 20 Hormagaunts or Termagants, and they're all fearless, so they're not gonna break away, and the Storm Surge is not gonna get rid of them. So you're just tying up a really big piece.
Like, yeah, a bunch are gonna die, but they're gone, so they're made to die.
That's the purpose of it, and there's a tactic behind that. It's just you're tying up. So you know the 3rd, 4th, 5th turn, that Storm Surge could still be out on the battlefield, but it's not doing anything. Lennox St. Hilaire says, "Okay, thanks for answering my question, guys. You're welcome, Lennox."
Take the next one.
Noah Campbell, what are your views on Elian Nestas? If you don't know who he was the chief librarian of the Ultramarines. Oh, and he is half Eldar. Seriously, look him up. I googled him, and I wonder if he's actually in this book. Because I found this book. It's the old school book.
Ilian?
Yeah.
Ilian.
But he's really, or by what I found on Google, he seems like a really cool.
Just the lore behind him. I mean, he's gonna be like a really badass psyker. Because like Eldar are all psychic, amazing.
Yeah. What's interesting is like I'm not gonna be able to find it. It's gonna take too long. What's interesting though is that goes to show you how far Games Workshop can expand their story or plot line. So if you ever think that Warhammer 40k universe is getting like you're putting it in a box, something like that, like a half human, half elder comes out, and it's like boom, a whole new section of Warhammer 40k lore that you could explore. So like the what do you call it, halvesies? I don't know.
So I guess that also kind of ties in with the question of, do Space Marines love?
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right.
Well, I mean, it was a human though.
Well, was it?
Yeah, I think it's half human, half elder.
He was a chief librarian of the Ultramarines.
Yeah, so like he got promoted to become.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yes.
Treadbolt5 says, "What are the names of the songs you play on your 40k fact videos?"
Check in the description, and then you'll find it there. Renee Medina. Please do the Legions of the Damned 40k facts. Thanks. Yeah, we'll look into it.
Yep. Old Burnsy. Is the Emperor still alive, or does the Inquisition just say that for profit?
And Sanguinium Sapientia answered your question. He's still alive. He has to be. Otherwise, warp travel is no more. Or it'll be really hard.
LTLM, thanks again. He's so happy to be mentioned. And here are some questions. What city do you live in? Create and pitch a new model to us. For example, a Tyranid model that could be like a Hive Tyrant and a Xenomorph.
Yeah, that's really cool. What you said. But I'm gonna go back to my original unit idea, and that's having a colossal orc war boss. But don't give him a power claw. Actually, if you're a monstrous creature, do you always go at initiative 1?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, don't give him a power claw because the initiative 1, he's gonna have to go last for initiative. So make it so that he's so strong that it's the strength of a power claw and his initiative is higher. That way, if he gets challenged inside of a battle, he could actually hit before the other person. Because most of the time, if you have a orc war boss and he goes into a close combat, you challenge him, he's gonna die unless the person that he's fighting is really, really strong, I guess, because of the whole initiative thing. So I would want that. Monstrous creature, no power claw, but really strong strength. And just make him look beastly, make him look awesome. Avoid the mechanized thing, make him more like beefy, more muscular.
Like a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and along those lines, I want like a crew battlesuit kind of thing. I don't know exactly how it'll work out, but let's say there's a crew war leader that did really good. So the Ethereals were like, here, take this battlesuit, and they modified it. So it's like a savage kind of jungly suit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Oh, and what city do we live in? We live in Aurora. Okay, Nathaniel Byron. Actually, the birth of Slaanesh is what's allowed warp travel again. Its birth is what stopped the extreme turbulent warp, allowing the Emperor to start the crusade. You're kind of right. But like I said, so like he was born, or she, whatever you want to call it. Slaanesh was born, and then initially it was like the warp was all chaotic. And then once it slowed down, the Great Crusade started. It's sort of like throwing a rock in a pool. That's how the lore explained it. It's like throwing a rock inside of a pool. You hear a big splash, and then like the waves just slowly calm down. That's what happened. So you're partly right.
Matt Castro says, if you guys could create a Chaos God or Space Marine Primarch, what would they be like? And what would their powers be? Their names, their home, etc. That can be a whole video on its own.
It is gonna be a video for
the Primarch.
For the Primarch, we're gonna make our own Primarch, kind of,
sort of.
Yeah.
But anyway, for the Chaos Gods, I feel like they need one that'll be like, because you have like Khorne, which is anger. Slaanesh would be lust.
Yeah.
Zeech would be like knowledge and whatnot.
Sorcery.
Yeah. And Nurgle's like disgusting rot. And I think it'd be nice if you had like, this kind of is similar to Slaanesh in a way because of like emotions and stuff, but like a jealousy one. So, and it's like constantly taking from others. So like in the battlefield, your body would adapt to like what you see. For example, let's say you're a Chaos Marine and you see a Space Marine with a Power Fist. You get jealous of the Power Fist, so your body morphs into like a big fist thing.
That'd be really cool, and it plays along with the what is it called? The electric weapons possessed by the that monkey thing.
Oh, the Jakaro weaponsmith?
Yeah, because like he could turn his thing into a flamer or whatever. Mm-hmm. You could turn your thing into like a power claw or whatever.
But your thing would actually be your body.
Yeah. That's cool. And then stay tuned for the Primarch and the other lore. Mm-hmm. Harry Goddard. Oh, Goddard. 46 missile stop gaunts rushes with ease. Not if there's like 60 of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, they're gonna die, but the point is to have...
Yeah, their point is to die.
Yeah, to have more and more coming in. Fami van Rudin says third.
Izonker. Regarding the question of the Emperor's death, possibly threatening to open the new Eye of Terror, I thought one of the multiple reasons that the Emperor's half-dead body had to remain on the Golden Throne was for its psychic might to help combat the massive warp rift that Magnus the Red inadvertently opened while trying to use sorcery to warn his father of Horus's betrayal. You are right. The rift was opened and it was ruined because of Magnus the Red. You'll learn more about that in the lore that we're gonna do for him. But it's not as like crazy of an open.
Like an Eye of Terror.
It's not an Eye of Terror, yeah. It's just like a webway portal that's open that the Chaos can use to go into the Imperium of Man. And then, you have another thing. Also, I guess in response to the Tau versus Chaos, I thought one of the things unique about Tau is that since they are such a young race, within the expansion of the, with the exception of the Ethereal caste, they lack souls and thus a presence in the warp. While this doesn't render them, for the most part, unable to use field psychic units, this would also render them all but invincible to demons, but less vulnerable to warp-based attacks in general. So it goes on and on and on. You're a Tau player. I mean, I still think that
they're not invisible to demons, because in one of the lore for Farsight, where he actually gets his Dawn Blade, they're actually fighting Chaos demons. So they're not invulnerable to them. They can die just as easily, or like any other guy. It's just...
Yeah, you gotta think about it. They're feeding off of, demons are feeding off of the energy given off by psychic entities. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have to fight, or they have to absorb that energy from the person they're fighting. They could be absorbing it from another race on the planet, a race on a different solar system that they're gathering energy from, and it's being transferred through the warp. So I still think that Tau versus Chaos Army, the Chaos would put up a fight, just because the Tau are not the only race out there that they can get energy from. And then Busk About 21 says, first,
Matt Castro says he's back again. Have you guys ever showcased your armies? If not, would you? I feel like it would be really interesting.
We have. The Sound Alchemist did his Grey Knights. So you can look him up, but we're also going to do it again. Mm-hmm. Probably next week or the week after that.
Yeah, I'm getting some Tau units painted, so once those are in, you'll see it.
Yeah. Skits Pick. I know it's not relevant to the videos. Did you guys stop playing HeroClix and only play Warhammer 40k? It's been a while since you guys have done a HeroClix video. And then he goes on. The Sound Alchemist posted up a HeroClix giveaway.
Yeah. So the video's not out yet. It may be out before this or after. But anyway, it's coming soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Or if not, go back and check our older videos. It might be there.
Yep. Billy Pate says, thanks for the video, guys. Appreciate your work. Thank you for your comments. You're awesome.
Leonardo Crucio says he always wonders how life in the Imperium is for common citizens. Like, are they born into the army and die? Do they have a normal life? What was the Imperium for them?
It varies depending on the planet. Sanguinum Sapientia answered again, and she gave a good response. He. It looks like a picture of a girl, but who knows? And I mean, it would make sense. Sanguinium. Okay. But anyways, it really depends on the world that you're born in. Some worlds are just natural militias, basically. They're there to sustain the Imperium's army, their regiments. So you're born and you already know you're going to go to war. But then at the same time, there's other nicer worlds where it's probably like the ones we live in now.
Agri-worlds where it's all agricultural, or manufactorums where it's just building.
If you watch the Divergence movies, the third one sucked. Don't watch it. But like the first one explains how, they had the different classes. That's how I feel the Imperium would be. Dragon Punch 903. What's your favorite weapon in the Warhammer universe and why? You go first.
Easily, it has to be Lightning Claws. I feel like it's Wolverine and Thor put into one, and it's just badass. Like, yeah, it has no range, but they're badass.
Power Claw, because Orcs Power Claw it's just a beast. And really, so tactically, I'm starting to see the disadvantage of having a Power Claw, because if your knob gets challenged, he's done. But you throw in a Pain Boy, you throw in some other knob, like if it's a war boss, you throw that in with a big chopper, and you're good. Kinda.
And I think that's all we got, right?
We got one more. Julian. Warp is messed up now because not alive. Warp is messed up now because not alive, not dead state of the Emperor is insane for universe and himself. Emperor is probably getting more and more crazy due to the sensory deprivation. He is something like God, but still biologically is only superhuman. What means he is 900,000.
He is over 9,000 times stronger than the average human in every way, so if humans need less than 1 year to go full crazy from sensory deprivation, Emperor's sanity requires thousands of years suffering, but is inevitable. Fan theory.
No, but I think the Emperor's not just chilling there. I feel like he's making his mind work, his psychic powers to work. So he's somehow devising a plan to return, if not in flesh and blood, as like a god.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then Painting Boss 686 says first. Thank you guys so much for commenting. Please comment down below any more questions that you guys have. We're going to answer them. We're probably going to have 2 videos because we're going to do a part 2 to the answers or the questions that you guys answered in the next video. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, as always, he is
Gersh1.
I'm Sound Alchemist, and we are out of here.